Our youth talk about many issues and concerns that affect their everyday life. Drugs, gangs, graffiti, and the list just goes on and on. This video deals with those issues and other issues that affect our youth on a daily basis. We'll start off with graffiti. Graffiti, it's such blight in the community. It represents the gang territory, and as seen here in these pictures, a real eyesore. By all means and purposes, graffiti represents nothing positive for the community or our nation.
Really something that young kids should get into. I think that you should go get your education first and, figure out what you want to do with your life instead of getting into a gang. And my advice to young kids, if you feel that you want to get in a gang, you should go talk to someone because a gang is nothing to play with. It's like you're playing with your life. Your life is on the line. And it's nothing you should want to be involved with because it could take away people in your family and it could really hurt someone. And if you lost someone, a friend or someone in your family, then maybe you'll know what I'm talking about.
It's a terrible thing to waste. You don't have to be in a gang in order to be cool. Go to school, get your education. Yeah, they might call you, a punk or a wimp or whatever, but you know the truth. You're not a punk. Yeah, tell them as you walk across the stage, who's a punk now when they be sitting in the audience. And, you got your good education and they didn't. That's how I feel about gangs.
Affected me as in family-wise, not just me personally. I'm speaking of my brother. It's really turned his life, a way that he could have been going. He could have been going in a good direction, walking across the stage and, just receiving his diploma, making my mother happy. But it seemed, it was a wrong turn somewhere and he got caught up in a gang. And, my brother was nearly, he was shot 2 times. Fatal shootings in the 2 important spots that, it's fatal to be getting shot in. He got shot in the head and in the chest. And, I feel if he wasn't in a gang, it wouldn't have happened. If he was in a place that, where he's supposed to be, sitting in a church or something like that, or, being with the family, that it wouldn't have happened. And to all these young kids that are getting in gangs, it's not worth it because your life is going to be taken over this, whether you know it or not.
In my opinion, yes, I do think there's a safe place to be other than gangs. You can go to church. Or if you was in a gang and you decided that you want to stop being in a gang or whatever, get your life together and decide to go to church, the other gang members would not know it. Okay, say that you was a blood or whatever, and you stop banging or whatever, and you go to church, and you don't have a car. You decide to catch the bus back from church, right? Okay. A Crip can decide to pass by. He wouldn't know that you weren't in a gang no more. He'll think that you was his enemy. But only yourself in your heart deep down that you know that you're not in the gang no more, you was in Christ. So I advise you all to just do the right thing. Do not be in the gang. I would like to tell you, what's the difference between blue or red? You can wear whatever thing you want. This is a free country, you know what I'm saying? I would like to also, bring to your, attention that, okay, Bloods or Crips or whatever you want to call them. All right, if you going for one person that's a Blood, if you can't get that person that you're looking for, they're going to get the next person closest to you. So it can be your grandmother or your mother or your little brother or sister or somebody. So like you said, you need to just calm down, Yeah, it is something else you can do. go to college, you know, get a scholarship, play basketball, football, you know, whatever. But just calm your nerves, you know. Go to a psychiatrist, you know. Do the right thing.
We need to explain to our youth that violence and drugs and all those other influences are not good. Drugs are not good for your system, and that there are other ways to have fun and in gangs.
That this person leaves their mark on somebody else's property, and whoever comes and erases it or crosses it out, they either want to kill that person or just hurt them, do anything. So when they leave their mark, it's for a reason. It's not that they want to let everybody know. Well, they do want to let everybody know they're there, but they want to try and start some trouble and let everybody know they're hard and whatever. So if they come and cross it out, you know, it's going to be something going on, just like the KKK. You know, they try and start gang wars and whatever. I mean, this little race war, I mean, what's that all about? It's the same thing as gangs, but, you know, they trying to say taggers. They trying to say that they're turning to gangbangers, which they are. And as you know, taggers and gangbangers almost do the same thing now. So really, that's how they leave their mark.
Start off by telling y'all what graffiti is. Graffiti is the writing that's on the walls. They just staking out their hood or whatever. They telling, you know, everybody that that's their hood, and you know, if you come to their hood to respect it or whatever, and they just staking it out. And personally, I believe it don't have no place in our neighborhoods, because you know it's just defacing the property, and it's making everything look bad, making it look like a ghetto and slums and stuff, and we don't need that here.
You know, also, when you cross out some other name, you don't like them or you dislike them or you want to kill them or whatever, you know, we shall you know, come together as one, you know, stop the graffiti and gang violence and all, and basically gang violence and graffiti is like stating your hood and stuff, but we should all be one hood. You know, if we're gonna write on the wall, we should all write the same thing.
I think graffiti is like people trying to get even with each other, like how they cross, like if you cross the name out or something, you know, that's like letting you know that, you know, forget your hood, you know, we don't want to have nothing to do with it, right? Then they cross their hood out, so all that's do is making everybody kill each other, bringing trouble amongst ourselves, like as a people, and you know, it just ain't right.
Graffiti to me is like a sign of disrespect. And if you write disrespect, you have no respect for anybody. So you shouldn't really do graffiti, or you wouldn't really get respect, or they would know you as is your gang name or your tag name or whatever.
But the truth is, I think it was effective for like a few months, like about 4 or 5 months, and then it just like started getting shabbier and shabbier. They just stopped, you know, they just gave it up or whatever. They was like, you know, it was too much hatred between the sets or whatever. So I guess they just, I don't know if it's ended or not, because see, I'm not in the gang, so gang killing, you don't hear about that too much no more. But I think, you know, they should, if it's still going, I think they should keep it on, because that's a good thing, you know. We all need to come together.
But you know, we came together and nobody cares. Nobody, you know, nobody's acknowledging it, that we together or nothing. You know, tapes that's good, but that's not, you know, doing enough for the community. And I think we should give back to the community and, you know, give gangs respect too. You know, give them jobs or something. You know, just because they came here, they probably can do better jobs than we can.
You know, white t-shirt and some pants, some Dockers or something. When you get to wearing blue khakis or, you know, red belts and stuff, bandanas and stuff like that. Oh, that has nothing to do with it.
I'm saying, you know, when your parents think you have a page, you think you're a gangbanger, but that's not true.
Yeah, or a drug dealer.
We never, you know, like
you can use it to get in touch with your son or whatever.
Nobody never home. You never home, so you gotta have a pager. Soon as a cop says something to a pager, oh, he got.
Or your girl.
Especially if you black or something.
Really, it ain't.
Your girl might need to page you or something.
It's like gang members. Some of them try to hide it now. But the main ones that we need to worry about is the young ones, like teens, because the older ones, like the G's, they the ones who cause the truth, because, you know, they got together, because they already been through it. Now they trying to let the young ones go through it, and then the young ones is the hard-headed ones, because they don't know what it's like. But then when they lose their life, they can't really do nothing because it's too late. So, you know, they should just quit while they can, or just get together and kick it or something. Me and my brother, we be walking around, hey, just because I ain't trying to be racist, but just some white people think just because you black and the way you wear your clothes, they think you banging, you know. You can't, it ain't no dress code nowadays. It's like one style, and that's everybody had that style. Even females had that style, wearing their little rags, wearing their little pants sagging. Females do that nowadays, so, you know, they can't, police, I understand where they coming from. They can't really say, well, he not and he is. They just gotta, they trying to catch somebody, but, you know, it's like we bring it amongst ourselves, the way we dress. See, some people like little kids, they think they get it from older kids, like movies and all that. They see movies when people walking around with guns, so, you know, they try to perpetrate from when they little. Then they come up and they be like, I wonder how a real gun is. Once they get it, they don't know what to do with it. You know, they do something stupid, they end up killing somebody.
It's like people be scared, you know. Like if you got a sweet car or something, you know, there's a lot of carjackings going on, and that's their way of having, you know, security or whatever. So they carry a gun with them. But these people that, you know, these little gangbangers that carry guns, they think, you know, somebody gonna roll up on the side of them or something, you know, and sweat them. And like, you know, it's a thing of better you than me, you know. I'd rather go down with one or whatever than without one. That's what people are saying nowadays or whatever. But, you know, that stuff, you know, it's not going to get you nowhere, because if you get arrested, then you going up for, you know, a couple of years or whatever. Or if it's your first offense, you might not go for none, but you might do community service or something. But it's still, you know, it's still not going to get you nowhere. You already got a record or whatever. And it's so easy to get guns nowadays. It's like, it's nothing, man. You just go to, all you got to find out is somebody who got them, new out the box or used or whatever, murders on them. They don't care.